Hi, and welcome to my studio. I'm Linda Kay, and I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the things that you should expect in your first year in any business, but especially in real estate. Whether you're an investor, you're an agent, you're brand new, maybe you're still in school. It's really helpful to understand that you don't have to just survive in the business. And surviving to me would be getting by, barely getting by. You want to be able to thrive, and there's lots of ways for you to be able to do this. Now, I offer up a Go From Survive to Thrive, a free download so you can make this a checklist. And if you'd like to have that checklist, drop it in the wherever we are, whether you're in Facebook or you're in LinkedIn. If you'd like to have that, tell me you want it and I'll send it to you. So, and a few broadcasts ahead, I'll be giving you a way to find it on your own. All right, so let's get started. Do you hear crickets in the background? In my last episode, I was talking about our big why and why we needed to have something bigger than just I have to have a job, because when we have a big why, it makes us get up out of bed in the morning. And somehow or another, Google interpreted that I needed to go to bed and asked me, I think I was talking about an alarm. And I was saying something about Google, because Google overheard me and decided I should get up. And what time should I want that alarm set? See how easy it is for us to instruct a source outside of ourselves to not have to be responsible for making our business work. I know that's tough to hear, isn't it? But here's the great news. When you have your big why in front of you, and maybe it's set up right next to your goal. Maybe it's a picture of your child. Maybe it's a picture of the new yacht you want to buy, or the motorboat, or the big trip that you want to go on, the new home that you want to have. That's the big why, because that's the stuff that makes you get up and keep going, work those god-awful long hours while you're learning something, because every new business has a learning curve. Every new business has a new language, and we all speak in that language. And if we don't speak in that language, the prospects that we speak to treat us like an outsider. So how do we get to be on the inside? Well, there's a few tricks, and there's a few do's and don'ts. Beyond expecting long hours and depriving yourself of the mercy of being able to take time off, because when you're working for yourself, I think you actually end up working harder. Can I get an amen on that one? Anybody out there feel the same way? Yeah, I forget. I lose track of time, frankly. So here's one do, and I want you to write this down. Network. Go to networking events. Now, here's one really fun little tip for you that a lot of agents don't know how to do, and probably wouldn't be good at it if they thought to do it. So I'm going to give you some tips on what to do and how to do it. Okay? So in networking, and I've done a whole series on networking, and I'm going to probably put that into a whole series of package so you can just download everything at one time. But in a networking event, many agents actually forget that homeowner associations are a great place to find out a number of things. So if there's an annual meeting going on, you're not there to sell. That's a don't. Don't go into a networking event, whether it's a homeowners association or Rotary Club or Elks Club or another office. Don't try to sell. You're there to network. That means be a busy little bee, and busy little bees make honey. So buzz around that room. Get as many cards as you can. Talk to people. Figure out how can you be of service. That's another tip. What do you do? Where are you at? What office are you in? If you are the shy wallflower type, it can be a little bit more difficult. So go in with a plan. But the homeowner association is a great place to go in and meet homeowners. That's right. Meeting them and just saying, I've been walking this neighborhood for a long time, and I thought this would be a great way to find more homeowners that I could actually see face to face. Glad to meet you. Not, do you want to sell? Because that will get you tossed out of a homeowner association. Go in there and act like you belong in there, right? And then also, if you know that there's a homeowner association that you are working, let's say, for instance, you've got condominiums, townhomes, or single family residence areas that have homeowner associations, try to get invited in as an expert, right? Now, I can tell you one or two things about being an expert. The first thing I can tell you is that you don't have to be one, but you can be billed as one. Now, does that mean that you're a fraud or a fake? No. It means that you know something about a topic and that you could probably riff on it for a couple of minutes. Riff on it, come in with a handout that says, this is why, the number one reason why your values of your homes went up. Here's the 3 things you want to do in order to make your home, if you're thinking about selling your house. I'm not here to take your listing, although I wouldn't mind. I'm telling you how to make your house more presentable, more curb appeal. Whatever that is, find a reason to be an expert on something. Maybe you served in cybercrime in a side hustle or a previous career. Maybe you were a law enforcement. Maybe you were in safety. Maybe you were, in fire safety and prevention. There are so many ways that you can be of service. The other thing is that I want you to understand there is no quick fix to prospecting. If you're going to a network event expecting a quick fix to your prospecting, or that you're going to find a listing, I'm sorry, you're setting yourself up for failure. Yeah, because that's not the point of a networking event. A networking event is to, tell me? That's right, network. That means go and talk to as many people as you can, get as many cards as you can. And by the way, if you don't have that CRM set up, this would be the right time to do that. A CRM, a database, something. It's not your cell phone and it's not a spreadsheet. It is something that says, I talked to this person at this event, and a date, and hopefully a phone number, a card, a business card that you got from somebody. And by the way, if you went to that homeowner association meeting and there was an expert that was speaking, chances are they have done a mailer out to every one of the homeowners, and they may be willing to share their mailing list with you. But don't expect them to give it to you. It's give, then get. Repeat that. Give, then get. Now, what does that mean? That means give something different and better and maybe more, and then ask for something. So maybe you could ask that vendor, is there something that you want to get out that I'm going to be walking the neighborhood? Do you have a flyer that I could do? I could take out for you. That is $100 savings for an individual, and they would be delighted. Now that is a big, big help. Not a hustle, a big help. I'm Linda Kay, and I hope this was a big help to you. Stay tuned. There's more.